Cam Newton recently on his podcast, I believe, was mentioning the fact that former Giant Super Bowl winning two-time quarterback Eli Manning, if he gets into the Hall of Fame before me, I deserve two gold jackets. And that was his kind of way of throwing shade on Eli Manning because he's about to be nominated for the Hall of Fame as a candidate. And I thought that was in bad taste. I'm a big fan of Cam Newton, loved the podcast. He lit it up as a player, won at Auburn, came into the league, was Superman for the first 7 years of his career, even made it to a Super Bowl, but he did not win. More important than that, when he had a crucial moment in that Super Bowl game, he made a business decision by not jumping on the floor to get the ball, which might have been the difference in them winning and losing that Super Bowl. But my main point is this: I'm not a Giant fan, and I could care less about Eli Manning personally, but you got to understand the context of things, Cam Newton. He won two Super Bowls, and not just two Super Bowls, against the GOAT, against Tom Brady, who's considered the most decorated player in football. He beat him twice. And he had crucial plays. One to Mario Manningham, and the other one with the helmet catch to that guy that were the key plays that won the game. So for you to say he's not worthy, it sounds like sour grapes. Secondly, Eli Manning, yes, his career record is 50-50. I think he's 150 wins, 150 losses. But in this life, and especially in sports, it's not always how much you win, but when you come up big and win. And there's nothing bigger than the Super Bowl. So I think it was in poor taste. Brother, don't be mad at him. You'll get your gold jacket, I'm sure, eventually. But number one, I think you got to be out the league for 5 years. You just tried to come back into the league last year and still think you can play now. And truth be told, Cam Newton has taken one too many hits. He's a big man, but you still getting hit by other big men. And when you rely on your physical gifts rather than your mind and what's above the shoulders, you eventually lose that. And I think that's what was the detriment of his career and shortened it. It was that he was so athletic, so gifted, so powerful, could run through guys and knock over defensive backs that eventually, once the time came where his age would not allow him to do those things, he became ineffective as a quarterback. And it showed on the field a few years ago. So, brother, stay in the podcast zone. Do your thing. You got your flowers. You going to get all the credit you need to get, and you have done well and had a great career and will continue to shine. But don't throw sour grapes over at Eli Manning. That wasn't necessary. Eli Manning has earned his stripes. And like I said, I'm not a Giant fan at all. But I got to give credit where it's due. If you beat the best quarterback in football in the biggest game twice, you deserve to get a gold jacket. Tell me what y'all think.